We are living. Sing. Y'all know the words. We are still on this dating series, dating in your 40s. And now we're coming from the point of view of another man. And we are going to find out what is the difference between the male and the female's point of view when it comes to dating in your 40s. Come on, let's talk about it. Hey, it's Sean Vaughn, and you are tuned in to My 40 Plus Life. And today, the show I have for you is going to be fire. Yes, we are continuing this Dating in Your 40s series, and today it is coming from the point of view from the male point of view. So I have a great guest for you. Let's meet him. Everyone, please welcome one of my favorite cousins, who just loves to turn up as much as I love to turn up, Mr. Marcus Roberson. Now, don't you come on here acting shy, okay? We're going to keep this thing real.
Let's keep it real.
So, Marcus, thank you so much for coming on and sharing this time with me.
Absolutely.
So, can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Okay. My name is Marcus Roberson. I'm 47 years old, divorced father of twin daughters. And I own a tax business, and I also am a distributor with Herbalife Nutrition.
Yes, and you doing your thing with the Herbalife, huh?
Oh yeah, it gives me a lot of energy. Very active now.
Okay, why you got to be active now?
I got young kids, young daughters. I need to stay with.
So let's dive into this dating thing. So, how is the dating scene going for you?
It's going wonderful. It's never a dull moment.
And it's so funny because I've had some women on, and the dating scene seems to be a little bit different from them saying it's wonderful. They got some issues. So what makes it wonderful for you?
I guess because I have no expectations, and I'm just out doing things that I love to do, whether it's cycling, reading books, going to theater, and going to your parties.
If y'all haven't been to a Sean Vaughn party, you missing out. Okay, babe.
But just doing things that I love to do, so I'm not really in a position where I'm stressed or upset.
Okay.
Just meeting new people.
So since you talked about you have no expectations, do you feel that expectations hinder relationships right now?
I do. You can look at that as business or personal. I don't think that anybody should have any expectations out of anyone, because we're human. We can all be let down. So just go into it and don't put any blockage up, because those same things that you are trying to block from, keep yourself safe from, are the same things that are hindering you from having that happiness and that joy.
Okay. All right. I'm sure my husband is going to be watching this. I still have expectations of you. Okay. Okay. Back to you. So, with that being said, you not having any expectations, your dating scene is wonderful. Are you looking to eventually settle down, or are you just happy just playing the field, playing around?
I wouldn't say playing around, but I am having a good time finding new restaurants. Well, when I'm meeting these different people, I'm able to get an experience of how women think, how they go about themselves. So I'm learning at the same time.
So you have twins.
I have twins.
Twin daughters at that.
Daughters.
So how does that play into the multiple women that you may be dating?
Okay. It's funny that you said. I remember back in the day, I always wanted more than one woman, and the universe gave me two.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not on that wavelength anymore, but I do know the importance of having a father figure
Mm-hmm.
in young girls' life and sons as well, but most importantly, the women. I
Mm-hmm.
have noticed that there's a lot of women in the not only Houston, but didn't have a good relationship with their father. So
Mm.
those are some things that are deal breakers for me. Daddy issues
Yeah.
and not having a friendly relationship with your dad because then you don't know how to respect or deal with me.
Oh. I can see how that works and plays. Now I will say, because I would be coming from that space of possibly having daddy issues because I didn't grow up with my daddy, but I still was in connection with my daddy. You know, we were able to deal with one another. So there are daddy issues, but I still feel like I've turned out, pretty well to where that shouldn't be like a deal breaker for a man. So are there any other deal breakers that you have?
Yeah, I would say violent women.
Very much so.
I would say a lot of tattoos, maybe one or two, maybe. But
Really?
yeah, that's
What do tattoos
I
say?
mean, if you're a gorgeous lady, that's like putting you know, stickers on a Lamborghini. Like, why would you do that?
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. So, looking now into this dating world, you're just having fun, just kind of seeing what's out there, right? Do you anticipate wanting to settle down or?
Well, settle down. I guess long-term relationship with someone. I'm open to it.
Mm-hmm.
As far as marriage, maybe not so.
Mm.
Especially with the way that the traditional marriage. If
Mm-hmm.
there's some changes to it, maybe consider it, but nothing dealing with like the state and contract of that nature. No, because I have business, I have children,
Uh-huh.
and I think that a lot of those things come into jeopardy and with these state laws when it comes to marriage.
Okay, so now I want to come from the lady's perspective of dating you.
Okay.
What is she getting when she gets you?
Oh.
What would cause her? And this is a twofold question. What is she getting when she gets you? And what would cause her to be like, he not the one?
When what she's getting with me is very confident,
That's
and
true.
I have a 401k dental insurance.
Oh.
I have a
What else is she getting?
and I'm a business owner, and I have my own home, my
Okay.
own car, my own.
And
You know,
women like that these days,
yeah,
huh?
they
They
like it
they
these
like a
days.
man to be kind of secure.
Yeah,
But what is gonna make her say, he not the one?
maybe because I have children. That could be one.
You think
That I'm. Yeah, that might be.
so? Okay.
Some people want. I mean, I've have two, even though it was just one,
Uh huh.
but it's two of them.
Right.
But
But do you think that is for women in their 40s, or do you think that they
well,
would be more open?
yeah, I think so. Good point.
So that
They
means
kind
that
of
you're not
expect.
dating women in their 40s.
I think that most women over 40, they're kind of set in their ways. So, or they have a lot of mileage on them. So I kind of stay under under that.
Do you not have no any miles? Let me just make that clear. Do you have miles?
I have twin daughters.
So, okay, what with a woman having mileage, are we talking about sexually or what are we saying?
It could be a lot of energy deposits. It doesn't have to be sexual. Be
That's why I love you, Marcus.
just tell them the truth.
So what you're saying is you could have deposited your energy into a slew of women, but that one woman couldn't have people deposit their energy into her a bunch of times.
That's not what I want. Right. Exactly.
That is such a double standard, Marcus.
Exactly.
Oh my God. You said no expectations.
But there is the way that we were created is totally different than what way that you all were created. And I
Uh-huh.
understand that. And I hope that more women and men would understand that we're not the same.
Okay, so how does that play in the dating field? So are there double standards in the dating field?
Absolutely. Like I want my daughters to get married. I wouldn't advise my son to.
Really? Why? Well, who in the heck they gonna marry if you advising your son not to get married and you want your daughters to get married?
Well, I'm going to make sure that he's over 30, and I'm going to make sure that he's getting a prize with them. They're going to know how to treat and respect him. They're not going to have a lot of miles on them when I'm going to present them to someone.
How would you know that?
We talk and discuss a lot.
Okay. Poor little parents don't know. And you know, because I was in school with you too. So I'm sure your parents don't.
I know human nature.
Okay.
And I know that they're getting a lot of information from school, from YouTube. So before they're getting it from anybody else, I make sure that they're having some discussions with me or my dad or my brother.
So, okay, so what are you looking for in this next woman? Tell me, because you said no expectations, but I feel like you do have some.
Say, what am I looking for? She would have to be secure, and she would have to be happy making me happy. You know what I'm saying? You know, there are a lot of, I've experienced it. Let's say, for example, with sex, some women get off by pleasing the man. Mm-hmm. Or if I'm happy, she's happy. Uh-huh. It's not like, I've been to that experience of happy wife, happy life, never again. That's the old me. I wake up every morning and I say, Lord, please take the simp out of me, every inch of simp, and put the pimp in me.
Oh, my goodness. Why? I just don't understand that. I think it should really be a two-way street. Now, expectations would be like when you say you don't have any expectations, the woman that comes to you, what if she doesn't take care of you the way that you feel that you should be taken care of, but she does take care of you?
I think that you can, you really don't see what a person's, the true person, I would say, in like 1 to 2 years. Mm-hmm. Some people are going by at the moment. You know, people can fake it for a little while.
They can.
You know, I might not be that person's cup of tea, and that's okay. This person might not be my cup of tea, and I let it go. What is that said? There's a saying, hire slowly and fire quickly. A lot of people they're like, I wasted this much time with them. I got to make it worth my while. Let's put in some more time and energy. You just waste. Once you see the writings on the wall, exit. Don't look back.
It's so interesting for me to hear this conversation, especially being that I've been married for 20 years. And I don't feel like we would have gotten to that point if I had fired quickly and then experienced some of the joy and fun that we experience now past some of the times where I should have probably fired the hell out of his ass, right? But so I guess it comes across to me as a little different, which is why I feel if you're dating women 40 plus, then that you may run into an issue with that. Yeah. So what ages are you dating?
I wouldn't say there are some exceptions to the rule, but I would say 28 to 38.
28 to 38. Okay, yeah. And you're 47. So I can see that. That's not bad. What about older women?
Been there, done that.
No more, huh? Okay, well, Marcus, of course, you my cousin, and we have some of the best fun together. I would love to continue this conversation, but of course we got a time limit, right? Okay. So ladies, if you resonate with some of the things that Marcus is saying, go ahead and drop me a line in the comment section. Or if you disagree with something, I want to hear about that too, because I want to know how you feel about the woman should be here to please the man, because that's what I'm kind of taking out of this, okay? Marcus, thank you so much for joining me today.
It has been a joy.
You have blown my mind, but I said it was going to be fire, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And you all, I thank you for tuning in and joining this conversation. I know that there are going to be a lot of people who don't agree, but then as I've witnessed, even through some of these last shows, that there are a lot of people who do agree with the male's point of view. Thank you so much for tuning in. You have been watching My 40 Plus Life, and I will see you next week.